gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome to episode 113 of the ItsObviousGaming podcast. I'm your host, Preston Pugh, and I'm joined by my two best friends, Garrett Drake.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And Jacob Alka.
Hey guys, I missed you to bits, and I want to kiss you both on the freaking lips. Right now, let's do it.
What are you laughing at over there?
I don't know. I'm just so delusional and tired. I slept 45 minutes last night, so I'm pretty sleepy. I fell asleep in the T-Bell parking lot waiting on Jacob to get there, and he knocked on my window to wake me up. I knew he would knock on my window. That's intentional. I'm like, well, this is okay to fall asleep here.
What if I just had a meal without you, just left? You're still there.
Knocked on my window. I'm like, oh, you ready to go in? You're like, no, dude, I already ate.
I didn't see you.
Let's get out of here, man. Speaking of which, Taco Bell was so good today. I'm kind of skipping ahead to Taco Bell real quick.
I didn't pull up the sound.
That's all right. It counts. That was pretty close. Try that again.
Kapong.
Yeah, that sounds just like it.
Kapong.
Quesadilla, man, out of this world. It was unfreaking real.
Wow.
It's like every time I go there, the quesadilla gets even better. It's always on Sundays. It's the best.
Wow.
Sundays.
The meat was so juicy and savory. Full of flavor, too, surprisingly. You'd think Taco Bell meat wouldn't be too full of flavor, but that steak, man, they nailed it. Stuffed with melted cheese, wrapped in that delicious tortilla.
Wow.
And it is now inside me, and maybe halfway out of me. I've, what's another word for dump? Dump's a little...
so you mean it's hanging out?
It's not hanging out currently. I've disposed of some of it probably at this point. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
But it was so savory and delicious. I also had a beefy nacho griller as usual. And the new girl, who I could tell was not only new because I'd never seen her before, but I could also tell I was basically speaking a foreign language to her because I said, I'd love a fiery, cheesy gordita crunch. And she looks at me like I'm insane. And I knew then, I'm like, this isn't going to be correct, but I'm just going to say it again anyway. She's like, okay. And she hits something. I'm like, that's the fiery one, correct? And she goes, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, why do you got to be all
It was not a
complicated?
gordita crunch.
What was it?
It was it was halfway there. It was a fiery Dorito taco. Not the same at all, though. The shell's correct, but the rest is what completes it.
Wow.
Preston, I'll tell you what, today I ventured out from the soft tacos. You know what I got?
A Mexican pizza.
No, I forgot to
What the
again.
hell,
I
Jacob?
forgot again, Garrett.
What'd you get?
Why didn't we
I'm
order
going to be
those?
honest, I'm not eating that.
Why?
Okay, you're a freak.
I've seen it enough. I'm not into it. Maybe
You're
I'd
not
get it without
into
the
it.
tomatoes on it. I don't like tomatoes.
I don't like tomatoes.
I like
What?
tomatoes, just not on certain things. I don't like sliced tomatoes on top of pizza. I don't like tomatoes on top of... I don't know. Well, maybe I'd eat it with the tomatoes.
It's like a Mexican dish.
Maybe I'll eat
They
it
like
anyway.
all have tomatoes on
I think I'm thinking of it the wrong way.
You are.
You know what I'm thinking of?
What?
I recently had, I went on a kick for a while for the Chili's meals they had that was different kinds of steak topped with tomatoes and other spices and stuff. And I ate them so frequently with my girlfriend that I got to a point where grilled hot tomatoes disgusted me. It was one time I ate one at Chili's and I had this weird phobia of them for like 2 weeks. That's all I could think about, and I like nearly gagged thinking about them for some reason. It was so
I guess
disgusting.
you could get it without tomatoes.
No, but if they're cold tomatoes, I'm all
they
for
are
it.
cold
Hot tomatoes, not for me.
Yeah.
So it's the reason why I don't like a whole lot of Italian food. Too much tomato sauce, it's a done deal for me. I can't do it, unfortunately.
I don't think there could be enough tomato sauce for me.
I can't do. That's why I can eat pizza because there's not too much tomato sauce on it. But as soon as you throw me some spaghetti or lasagna, especially, can't do it.
Plenty of pizzas have lots of sauce.
Not really.
Yeah, I enjoy a lot of sauce on my pizza.
Now I'll dip it in some marinara. That's a different story.
Is it? Because that's tomato sauce.
Yeah, but marinara has a different taste to it than
I
tomato
understand.
sauce, just slightly.
Okay.
But
Jacob, what'd you venture out and get?
Oh, got the Doritos nacho cheese taco. What do you think?
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the only new thing I got.
I'm disappointed.
you got that potato Rito again, didn't
Well, I
you?
always get that, right?
Yeah.
That's what I got last week, so. But
How
I
was
tried something new. Well,
You never
I've
had
had
that
it before, so
Okay.
it's not really new.
Okay, well, this is just disappointing now.
It's
Yeah, we're really disappointed.
That was the point.
The only reason I
Sorry,
tried something I
everybody.
haven't had in a while is because it was incorrect. So
Well, technically, you eat it all the time.
that's
There's
true, just
more
with
stuff
extra
with it.
ingredients.
Yeah.
Correct. So no, I didn't really try anything new then.
Mark my
I
words.
tried less of what I usually have.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the pizza next week.
I think it's great.
I'm going to get the pizza.
Very tasty. I think you need to try it.
Now
Garrett.
tell us why you didn't have Tebow.
I woke up this morning not feeling very well. And when my stomach doesn't feel very well, I think the last thing I should do is pile a ton of Taco Bell on top of it. So I decided to opt out of that and have a protein bar instead for my lunch.
How'd that treat you?
Not well, Garrett, because I had a very bad stomach ache on the way up here and had to take care of some business when I got here. But yeah, so I decided to opt out, but I'm sure it would have been good if I had it.
I'm glad you made it. It's funny because I had a tummy issue for about 2 weeks straight not too long ago, and I wanted T-Bell so bad I ate it anyway.
Okay. Well, you see, this week has been awful for me, dietary-wise.
Really?
Absolutely horrendous. I need to count how many hours I worked this week, because it's probably well north of 100. I essentially lived at my job like 8 o'clock to midnight and beyond every single day. And due to that, I was kind of at the will of whatever there was there to eat.
Right.
And a lot of it was not healthy. A lot of pizza, a lot of cheeseburgers, a lot of things of that nature. And my body doesn't sit well with that, eating that constantly back to back to back. So I just have not felt well at all. And also due to my late hours, I haven't been able to work out as well. So I just feel very sluggish and just meh this entire week. So that probably was a contributing factor to why I didn't feel too well this morning. So hopefully this job at the latest should be done Tuesday. And hopefully because of that, I can get back on a normal, regimen that I am accustomed to. So yeah, I think that's why I'm not feeling too hot.
It's a shame.
Yeah, but yeah,
I understand your pain. That's no fun.
Yeah, it was not fun at all. So, and even like yesterday on my day off, I had to help my sister move. And I got back to my house, and our yard is just a disaster. Due to me working so much, I haven't had time to cut the grass or anything. I still had yet not invested in an edger or a weed eater or anything of that nature. So my yard, even when we cut it, just looks extremely mediocre. So Lizzie was kind of getting on me about it looking bad. So we went to Home Depot. I bought an edger and a weed eater. And I forgot to buy a blower, which is very essential, after you cut the grass. There's just grass everywhere. So I weed eat and do all that stuff. And we have these weed patches everywhere. So I was picking all of them, and just you talk about seeing spiders, Garrett. So I killed like 8 wolf spiders, dude. picking these weeds.
I don't like that, man.
So yeah, it wasn't the funnest thing I've ever done. But the yard's looking great. I laid new pine straw down, so it's actually looking pretty good. So I actually gave her what we needed, like a leaf blower. So she's gonna go pick that up while I'm gone. And when I get back home, I'm gonna continue plucking weeds and finishing up the yard. So
great.
I have a great, fantastically fun-filled day ahead of me after I leave here.
Yes, you do.
Can't wait to get to it. So lay some more pine straw, do all that stuff.
Yeah,
so
you're welcome to draw this out as long as you'd like.
No, I need to finish it, because if I don't finish it today, then I'm never going to finish it. So I'm almost done. It shouldn't be too much longer. I'd say maybe 2 hours tops of work, and she'll help me too. So maybe I could cut that in half. But I did that, and yeah, that's pretty much what I did this week. I played a very minimal amount of video games, and a majority of that was last night and very late Friday night. So I'm sure we'll get into that in a second.
But, of course.
You guys do anything cool this week?
What'd you do, Jacob?
Nothing too exciting, just a typical work week. But I spent pretty much the whole day yesterday, like pretty much moving every single thing in my room besides my bookshelf and bed. So everything has a new home in my room. And that was to make room for my new computer that I got, which is exciting. But this piece of furniture was extremely heavy. We had me and then my parents had to walk it up the stairs, which was not fun because it's so heavy.
No, what, like a desk?
It's like a desk, it's like, it's a computer desk, but it's also like a cabinet. Oh, okay. And there's like shelves on it, and it's extremely heavy.
That's about it. Yeah.
But my mom was kind enough to paint it gray, so it matches everything else in my room. I have like a blue-gray paint job. Nice. I don't think you've ever been in my room.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
When?
I have. I remember it's up the stairs, and you turn left, and then it's on the right.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why you were there.
I remember your Mountain Dew cans.
I think we went to your house.
I threw those away.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I was appalled when you told me that. You told me that this morning. I was like, where are your Mountain Dew cans? You're like, I tossed them. I was like, dude, that's such a great collection.
Just trash, dude.
We went to go pick up something.
Did you take pictures of them at least?
No.
Dude, you slay me, dude. You have any collections now? I guess you have those Overwatch Funko Pops.
Yeah, I just have my video game stuff.
Your Linkin Park albums.
I got my Linkin Park posters and albums still above my TV. My dresser now, my TV sits on my dresser now with my Xbox. My Netflix machine, sorry. Didn't want to misname it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I got my PS4, my Switch, both in the cabinet now. You'll just have to. I'll have to take some pictures, or you'll have to come see it.
I want to come see it ASAP.
I'll come see it, Jacob.
Didn't get a chance to play any computer games yesterday because I spent the whole day doing my room and then actually building the computer and downloading all the software and whatnot. So today I'll actually get a chance to get her going.
What are you gonna play?
Overwatch first.
Okay.
But I did download.
Overwatch.
I downloaded Steam and I'll probably pick up PUBG as well.
Yeah, I need to pick up that as well.
But that's pretty much my week so far. Nice. And now I'm here with you, beautiful boys.
That's
Garrett,
so cool.
You had a good week.
I did.
You weren't here.
No, I was not. I was in San Francisco. I went to pay a visit to the EA headquarters in the name of COG Connected, and it was an absolute blast. I played Madden, the new NBA, and the new NHL. I can't. It's all under embargo, like for me to even say a word about what I liked or disliked about it. Not that EA's even paying even slightly attention to this podcast, but just in case anything ever got around, I would hate to get COG in trouble. So all I can say is I had a great time in San Francisco playing those games. It's cool being in EA's headquarters. I saw Visceral Games there. They're on the top floor, and I thought about sneaking up there to just stumble in by accident, like, oh, where's the men's room? And like break into Amy's office and like fall on the floor.
Excuse me, sir.
And everything's revealed to me into this new Star Wars game. Almost did it, but it was an awesome time. We were all treated very well there. I played all the games. They were all on PS4 Pros. That was a fun fact, I guess. They had Starbucks on tap essentially whenever you wanted it. They provided breakfast and lunch every day, and the first day we had dinner as well. So I was pampered big time there. I visited the Golden Gate Bridge, and anyone who pays attention to my Instagram story saw that I had like 1,000 shots of that bridge. It was pretty fun exploring it. It's actually just under 2 miles long. I didn't know that because on my Uber drive there all the way through the city, my driver was telling me all about the city and stuff. She goes, yeah, the bridge is about 2 miles. I was like, 2 miles? I'm like, that's insane. And I get there, and when you walk across it, you're like, holy crap, it literally is almost 2 miles. And if you Google it, I think it's like 1.7 miles. So walked all the way across it, and it was pretty cool just like seeing just the scale of this bridge. It's so massive, and seeing like the bay out in the distance. You can see Alcatraz and the city out in the distance. Looks really cool. So walked across it, and then you can there's like this, I don't know what you call it. I have literally like a rest stop maybe on the other side of the bridge, but there's people hanging out taking pictures of the city across the way. And you can go underneath the bridge through this underpassage where it'll take you up near this cliff. You can take this pathway up this cliff all the way to where this old fort used to be. Maybe it was World War II, maybe it was a different war. I didn't read all the facts, but it used to be like cannons there and stuff. It was pretty cool, but there's like, that's where you get the best view of the bridge. It's like up on this cliff, and you can see it like way out in the distance, the Pacific Ocean. So that was cool. Had a fun time exploring that. What else did I do while I was there? I saw the Full House house. Of course, that's a very generic tourist spot. I'm like, while I'm here, I might as well go see it. So I got there and got out of I had this idea of what it looked like in my head. I guess I didn't remember exactly what it looked like or the street or anything. And I get out of my Uber, and it's like directly across the street from me.
You Ubered to the Full House house?
Yeah, my hotel was actually pretty far from like all these places. So, because EA's headquarters is in Redwood. I think it's called Redwood Shores, California, which is technically San Francisco, but it's like 10 miles south of San Francisco, so it's like a different part of town. But that's where EA was, and our hotel was like in walking distance from EA. But anyway, I get there, and I'm so confused because, there's a blatant sign that's like, Full House and Fuller House fans, please respect the neighbors that live around here and stuff. So I'm like, clearly that's the house, but like no one's around it. There's like one girl standing in front of it, and I'm just across the street looking at it. I'm like, that doesn't look like the house. I don't remember it looking like that. She's like, excuse me. And I looked over, and she's like waving me over. She's like, do you mind taking a picture of me? I was like, yeah, sure. So I did this like photo shoot with this girl on her phone. And I just stood there and took a picture and walked away. But I wanted to explore the city a bit on my last day. I had a little extra free time. So I walked, I think, 4 miles from Full House's house to Wing Wings, which is a place Greg Miller recommends. Mm-hmm. Delicious wings. He's not kidding. I've had great wings in my day. There weren't anything where I'd be like, best wings ever, but they were definitely very good. A lot of unique flavors there, too. I had the Wing flavor. Their original flavor was pretty good. I don't really know how to describe it. It was a little spicy, but it wasn't buffalo. Mm-hmm. It's kind of hard to describe. It was very good.
Was it tangy?
Maybe it was a little tangy in there, but I don't really know how to describe it. It just wasn't buffalo sauce, but it was still hot. No. And so that's the thing. It's like I don't really know what's in it, so it's hard to describe. It just was a little hot, but it didn't taste like buffalo sauce. I got 5 buffalo and 5 wing flavored, but walked all the way there. It was a cool place. And just seeing that town is like, apparently it's only 7 miles by 7 miles, but it felt so much bigger. I think it's because there's so many buildings crammed together there.
Wait, San Francisco's only 7 by 7?
That's what my Uber driver told me, but it seems so much bigger than that.
That's not very big.
But maybe she's wrong. I don't know. But it was fun walking around there and exploring a bit. And I had a good time there. It was fun. But I'm back now, and it was a fun trip. I skipped an entire week of school. Nice. Thankfully, I got all of my assignments turned in early so that I wouldn't miss anything. But hopefully I don't fail my finals because of that, or at least my color theory final.
Yeah, how many absences do they allow?
They allow 4, and I've missed 2, and I'm going to miss 2 more because I'm going to Seattle in 2 weeks. So I will have missed just the right amount of classes for me not to fail.
Better hope you don't get sick.
I'm lucky, though, because my sound design teacher always forgets to take roll, and I was marked present the whole week I was gone in that class, which is good. So color theory is the only one I have to worry about. I have to talk to my teacher on Tuesday, but like, look, man, I got to be honest. I'm going to miss 2 more of your classes. I'm like, as long as we're good that's the cap, I should be fine. So, but yeah, that's what I've been up to. It was awesome.
Very nice.
Played those games, and I played some Doom in a stream Thursday night. It was a great time. One of my better Doom performances, Kyle rolled with me as well. We had fun conversations, and he and I slayed everyone. We went undefeated as usual. So
yes.
Nice. It's great.
Shout out to Kyle real quick. He has a podcast, The Thought Patrol, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed listening to it this last week when I was driving. So shout out to those guys.
Yeah, I know Rowan Cross has one as well. That one's good. I've listened to it a few times. I'm trying to remember the name, but I know there's a film critic one, and there's another one I've listened to. I think it's called The Crit, is what it was called.
The Crit.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes for anyone else that has like podcasts or any, content or whatever. We have a tab on our Discord.
Community content. We appreciate you sharing it there. It's always a good time.
Indeed.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
what'd you play? Oh, you already mentioned what you played. You didn't go in detail, though.
I didn't mention anything I played.
You said that you played. You said that you did play, but you didn't say what you played.
Yeah. Well, I thought I'd elaborate more on my PC.
Please do.
So, because I think you're the only person I've even talked to about it somewhat. So, due to me being extremely busy this week, I canceled my PC parts.
Oh, no.
I wasn't going to be home to receive them. Lizzie was at work for a very long period of time, and I just did not feel comfortable. Even though I live in a completely nice area, like I would never really worry about somebody stealing something on my front porch. Yeah. I just didn't want to buy a ton of, these things and then come in like different boxes or whatever.
I actually had to sign for a couple of mine. Just parts.
Oh, okay.
It was weird. I've never signed for like something so small, like a part to a PC.
Yeah.
But I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. So if something like that were to have happened, then, nobody would have been there. Mm-hmm. So I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to, cancel this stuff, and I'm going to figure out when I'm actually going to be home and reorder these parts. So kind of bummed, because I was looking forward to actually putting this thing together this week. So I cancel those things. I'm cruising through Amazon, and I'm looking at these YouTube videos that I had been looking at on how to build PCs. And I saw this one guy, I don't know his name, but he doesn't need any recognition. He has millions of subscribers. So, and the title of the video was something along the lines of, can you buy a pre-built PC that's about the same price as buying the parts? I was like, okay, well, I'll look at this. And he said pretty much like an elaborate, yes, you can, you just have to look. So I was like, okay, well, I wanted to build a PC, but let's see if I can find something that equated to about the same price that's already pre-built, so I don't have to worry. I don't have time to build it, and I want to play, so I'll look into seeing pre-built ones, blah, blah, blah. So I start searching, and I find one with, to the T, the exact specs of what I was going to build. Mm-hmm. Anyways, to the T. Actually, with more stuff, it included, instead of just having a 1 terabyte hard drive like I was that I was going to get, it came with not only that, but a 250 gig social state drive with the operating system already installed on it and stuff. Comes with free Windows 10, a free year of antivirus software, a keyboard and a mouse, like all these extra expenses that kind of pushed my build over $1,000. And it was priced at like $800. So I thought, wow, this is like $200, $300 cheaper than what I was even going to spend. And it's the same exact specs and everything, which is Intel i5, a NVIDIA GTX 1060, 8 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. Forgot what the motherboard was, like an MSI Bazooka. So plenty of, wiggle room for me to add things to it. Came with those 2 hard drives I was telling you about.
What brand was the PC?
The PC, it was CyberPower.
Really?
Yeah.
I was on their website earlier. Mm-hmm. I think I might have. I almost bought a pre-built from their website. No, because they had like this insane deal. It was like one of those VR ready computers.
Yeah. Well, they said this one's VR ready.
Yeah,
as well.
That's cool.
So
yeah, I think there's a sticker on. There was a sticker on one of my boxes that was like, this needed for VR or something. But
yeah,
that's cool.
So I wanted to build one, but and I'm by no means like intimidated by building one. Like that's not even a factor in the slightest. I literally had no time, and it would just delay. Like, I don't know when I'm going to have time, but I still want to play these games. So I would much rather just kind of build one and then just use this to add on things that I want to in the future, and just do that instead.
Sorry to interrupt you. I was like so surprised how much extra space I have in my computer, because I only put in like a few things, and now like I have room for like 4 other of these and like 5 more of these. It's pretty cool. Yep. So I'm definitely going to invest in the future. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, I just bought that. Like I said, it was actually cheaper. Like, I didn't have to pay for Windows 10. It came with, software. And they also just sent me an email saying that, hey, if you write us a review on Amazon and give us your address, we'll send you a free headset. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll do that. So I get a free headset out of it too. So it definitely benefited me, financially. So I played a few games on it, and when I was building it, I wanted a mid-tier to high-tier. I pretty much just wanted 1080p. My monitor's 1080p, and I wanted to be able to have, good 60 frame, per second, like either locked at that or beyond it. And, anyways, I'm extremely satisfied with it. I'll show you some pictures of it. The case is awesome. It's got red LED lights all over it. Looks really cool. When it was shipped, I turned it on. It started up instantly, like the operating system running off an SSD. Dude, you push it and it is on within like 5 seconds. It's insanely fast. I'm not used to stuff like that. But anyways, I downloaded Fallout 4. I got some good deals on Green Man Gaming and some things on Steam. So I downloaded Fallout 4, Wolfenstein: The New Order. I have EA Access that was also on we had on Xbox, so I downloaded Andromeda, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4, Titanfall 2 just got on there, so I could download that. I haven't done that yet, and Black Desert Online, but I was able to run all of those games maxed ultra settings on everything.
At the same time.
Nice, on different monitors. It was great, but I was able to play all of those games on ultra settings, like everything maxed out with the resolution at 1080p.
Damn.
And I had my FPS counter on in the top left corner. Everything, dude. Battlefield 4 was like at 120 frames per second on ultra. Like it was
great.
Like I was like, eyes were like melting. I was flicking around the screen so fast. It was ridiculous. But the thing that surprised me the most was Mass Effect Andromeda, because that was like the newest game I had. So I kind of wanted to it was just the 10-hour free trial that they had. So I just wanted to see how a moderately new game would handle. And I, ultraed it up and stuff and turned it on, dude. And I don't know if it's due to the patches that they had, but I was surprised by how good it looked. Like, it looked really good. Like, I was taken aback by it. The faces seemed to have been fixed. And I played the first like hour, like where you land on the planet and stuff. And it actually made me kind of want to play it a little bit, because I was just impressed by how good it looked. Granted, the last time I saw that game was on an Xbox One. I don't know the resolution, whatever, and the faces were still doing wonky things. So I don't know if it was just because I was on PC or because they patched the crap out of it, but I was very surprised at how good it ran, how well it looked, and how the faces weren't doing weird stuff. So I did that. I know I've been wanting to play Black Desert Online, so I played I forgot how long I played that. Not too long, but you level up insanely fast in that game. So I'm like level 22. The combat's really fun and stuff. It didn't grab me as much as I wanted it to grab me, but I think that's purely due to I have no time. And I'm always, leaving. I'm not able to just like sit down and play like a massive amount of it at one time. So I think that's kind of keeping it from seeing it so it's into me. But it is fun. The combat is cool. It's like combo based. I don't know. It's very different from like Final Fantasy 14 per se. So that's cool. Wolfenstein: The New Order. I've been wanting to play that again in preparation for Wolfenstein 2 coming out, and I got it for like $5. And that game's super fun, on computer. I don't know. It's just every game feels different playing it with mouse and keyboard, and I have to get accustomed to it. Like aiming with the mouse is insane. It's so hard, it's so easy aiming, but it's my left hand that I feel like I am just so dumb. So I'm still getting used to that. I'm definitely a lot better than when I started. It's just kind of it's really the number keys, like switching weapons like 1 through 5 and stuff. I keep not going far enough, and sometimes reloading, which is R, I'm like hitting 4 instead. So it's just something I have to get used to. But I can tell that it's just going to be really fun to play first person shooters on this. So now I'm in this debacle. I have Wolfenstein 2 pre-ordered for PS4. And I'm like, do I want to get this on PC now?
It'd be interesting to see if you start getting stuff on PC as opposed to PS4.
So this is kind of how I'm thinking about it. I think I want to get these very narrative-driven third-person games on console because I want to lay back and have a relaxed experience with that. I can't imagine playing like Uncharted, for say, at a computer desk sitting like this. That just feels wrong in my brain and doesn't feel right. Whereas I'm playing Fallout 4, sitting there, like playing an RPG like that, it just feels right sitting at a computer. And I'll just say Fallout 4 looks beautiful and it runs insane. The first thing I did was run down to where Diamond City is in Boston, dude, and just turn the FPS on, and it is like 60 locked, whereas playing on PlayStation, that was the worst area. And it is so cool, and it's just so fun replaying that game, just running through these really buggy areas on console, and it's running flawlessly on this thing. So that just seems to be I know this is like such a common thing to say from people that play PC, but it's just it just feels like a different experience, since I've played console, my entire life, for the most part, just seeing 30 frames per second to be consistent, and then just switch over to this, and I'm like getting the really good graphics, but it's running like insanely well. It's just really, really, really cool. So it's almost like, do I want the trophies now, or do I want to play these games at a higher graphical fidelity, a higher frame rate, blah blah blah. So I don't know. I'm thinking about all these upcoming releases, and it's just really hard deciding. I told you, like, I want to play the story driven, but Wolfenstein is a story driven, but it's first person shooter. So what do? Do I want to get the trophies in that, or do I want to play it on PC?
It's the $1 million question.
Yeah, so I'm like really confused about that. Everything else, like Assassin's Creed, I'll get that on console. Like Setsuna Hellblade, I don't know the reviews for that, but that's coming out like Monday or today when this launches. I would probably get that on console because it's story based and it's third person combat that just seems play better with controller. But then I'm like, well, I can plug a controller into my PC.
Yeah, there you go. Best of both worlds.
I know, but then I'm sitting at my monitor, but then I don't want to move it to my TV. It's just I think I'm thinking about it too much.
It sounds like it.
Yeah,
I know what your heart tells you.
I know, and I'm actually getting better about not getting trophies just in my time playing the computer, just because it is so cool. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes. I still definitely want to get trophies. Like Uncharted, I'm going to get all the trophies pretty much every game. I'm going to do the same thing, but I think I'm going to be better about playing things on PC and not worrying about it too much.
Tell you what, I'm not going to be playing anything on Xbox anymore if I can just play everything through Windows 10.
For sure.
It's going to be awesome.
But I still need to get PUBG. I still need to get Overwatch. Because as of now, the only multiplayer game I have is like Battlefield. So I still need to get those. So that's pretty much all I did this week. Hopefully this coming week I'll actually have some time to invest.
How does your work week look this week?
Not too bad, because we should be finishing up what I'm working on right now, but I never say that because that's when shit always hits the fan, is when I think I have an easy week ahead of me. So, but hopefully it is an easy week. So
I like the sound of all these things you're discussing.
Yeah, that's really cool. So, but yeah, if you I'm sure you'll get on Overwatch or whatever. The second you start playing and stuff, that's probably when I'll buy it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be playing tonight. So
the one thing I have learned that I've read, I know it's like PC players are like, oh, this is all common knowledge, but this is all completely brand new to me. But I have read never ever buy a game at full price on PC. You can find it somewhere for cheaper.
Nice.
Whether it means like G2A, Green Man Gaming, like Fallout 4 is $30 on Steam, and I went to another website and I got it for $12.
Excellent.
And Wolfenstein was $5 on this other website, and I'm seeing Overwatch for like $30 on other websites. Where on Blizzard.net it's like $45 or still $60. So
I think it's $30, and then the game of the year is $60.
Okay, I just looked to like last night. It was still like 40 something, I think.
Maybe you're right.
But anyways, it's never settle for the price or full price. Like never pay $60 for a PC game. So
okay.
I've taken that to heart, and I'm looking for deals everywhere. So
nice.
So yeah, sweet. That's all I have to say about that.
Anything PC related to add, Jacob?
Not really. Like I said, I haven't really touched mine. It's fun to use, I've been on the internet, but what I played this week was mainly just more of the same. I jumped back into Kingdom Hearts 2 this week. Did one stream since you weren't here. It was fun. Just played through the Mulan area, the Beauty and the Beast castle. I think I'm at the Hercules world right now, but who knows when I'm going to get back to that, since I got my computer now, and so we'll see what happens. But I also played a tiny bit of Zelda, just doing a bunch of shrines right now, not really progressing the story in terms of the beast or anything. I'm just kind of still feeling the game out. Haven't had a whole lot of time to play that game. Well, I guess I have had time, I just haven't chosen to do it. But honestly, other than that, I haven't really played anything this week. Been watching a lot of Netflix, watching some Office. Been watching Westworld. Very good show. I think I've been through 4 episodes so far. Really enjoying it. Do you know how many episodes are in a season? Is it like 10?
I think 10.
Okay.
Maybe 8.
And it comes on in the fall? Is that right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll be caught up by the time the new season comes out.
Yeah, I enjoyed season 1. I look forward to the
Is there like a big plot twist or something?
There's a few plot twists in there, yeah.
Okay.
Some that are
I'm expecting just stuff to go like horribly wrong.
Yeah, I will say that show is terribly predictable after a while. Like, you just can guess everything, which isn't a bad thing. I still really enjoyed it, but it's still cool.
Is it HBO's next big show?
I mean, technically it currently is, in addition to Game of Thrones, of course, but especially after Game of Thrones ends, it'll be like the top dog, no doubt.
Okay.
But yeah.
Excellent. And I'm excited for Thrones tonight, which will have already happened.
Oh, dude, I forgot that's tonight.
It'll have already happened by the time
it's apparently the shortest episode, but it's...
I also heard it's very good,
yeah.
Based on the leak.
Last episode was great.
It was. I liked it a lot.
They've all been good so far.
Yeah. I'm digging this season for sure.
I love the dynamic between Daenerys and Jon Snow, because they're so different, but that's why it's so entertaining. It's because characters that clash with one another are always more entertaining. So I love that.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see them come full circle and become allies. Maybe they won't become allies. I don't know. And they seem to be kind of helping each other out, but it's gonna be awesome to watch play out.
I don't know what to expect.
That's what I love about Thrones, man. I want it to shock me every single time. That's why I don't want to know anything about the spoilers.
Just I like episode. All the characters that are left, so when someone dies, I'm going to be sad.
I'm going to laugh if someone dies tonight, and then this podcast comes out Monday, and we're totally oblivious to it currently.
It's funny. I do want to tell you one thing that I know you're going to like a lot, what you would like a lot. So I told you my case has these red LEDs.
Yes.
Which mine also has red LEDs, by the way.
Oh, nice. Cool. When I was building it, I had a case with blue LEDs all in it to match my TV, which I have blue LEDs on the back of that. But I kind of like the contrast now. Like the PC's red, the console's blue. Like I just think that's kind of cool looking. So my desk that my computer's going on, I don't know if you've even seen it. I can't even remember the last time you've been to a place I've lived.
I've seen it.
Yeah, the black desk, it's just a standard black
You know what's funny is that I can perfectly envision what your room looks like based on the E3 streams you did and the pictures you've sent me. I can piece it together. Let me walk into your room virtually and tell me if I'm correct. You walk in, your couch and desk are over to the left. Your TV's across from that.
Yeah.
And then your collection's next to the left of your TV.
Yeah.
Is there a window on that wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a window on that back wall. Yeah, that's what it is. Your PC and couch on the left, TV and collection on the right.
Yeah, it's not the biggest room.
The couch is in the corner.
It's in the corner, but it's on the left side for the most part. Yeah. In the left corner. Mm-hmm. But anyways, it's just a standard black square desk. And
you think I could be a detective, Preston?
Sure.
I'm basically auditioning right now.
Okay.
Just based on forensics and pictures you've sent.
Yeah. Okay.
Taking them into my laboratory.
So my computer's down below the desk on the right side, and it's got red LEDs, blah, 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 like I just said. Well, I just bought some more LED strips, and I'm going to align under the kind of the rim of my table on all 4 sides, red LEDs. But on the back side, this is so hard to explain. On the strip that's supposed to go against the wall, I'm going to put a LED strip across that, but then on the parts that you can see, it's going to be under the lip of the table. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be like shooting red LEDs down, but on the back, it's going to be up against the wall.
That'll look nice.
I think it'd look really, really cool with the PC. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. You're going to look like a dork with your PC.
Oh, yeah? Well, I have red LED lights on my PC, and I also have a Kylo Ren red lightsaber on a shelf above, so I could turn that on.
That's pretty cool.
And there's just red hues everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have 5 lightsabers in my room.
I used to have some nice Christmas lights, but they all burned out, so I've got nothing. I have that little essential oil machine that lights up.
The only problem with the lightsaber being on is just going to be making noise the whole time.
Does it make noise the whole time?
It's like and if I bump my cabinet, it'd be like,
yeah.
So, does it have speakers built into it?
No, I gotta buy speakers.
Yeah, mine doesn't either. So I bought the cheapest speakers.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna do too.
You should buy some monitors like I have. It sound awesome.
I spent $10 on my speakers. I'm gonna I just bought it just because. For some, even if I'm
a headphone jack in your monitor,
there is, and I use my PlayStation headphones, and it sounds great.
Yeah,
but sometimes I just kind of want to listen to a podcast, but just have the sound, but just faintly in the background. Yeah, so that's purely what I bought these for.
That makes sense.
So I don't want it to be blowing my oh yeah, this sounds sick. I just want something to be there, just so it's just not dead silence. And if somebody comes over and is watching me play or something, I don't want to share headphones and stuff. Just something to where sound.
I'm in the same situation.
Mm-hmm. So I found some nice Dell speakers that are USB and also over 3.5 millimeter on Amazon for $11. So yeah, that's what I'm doing for that.
One thing I forgot to mention is that I have 2 computers in my room now. So one is in the cabinet with all that other stuff. And then I slide over a little bit to the left, and I have my Mac on a little glass computer table. It's the same one I had at the apartment.
So it's like that little glass table?
Yeah, kind of. Okay. So I can just slide my chair as wheels on a slide to the other desk if I need to use the other computer.
That's what I love about the desk. I have that L shape. There's so much room for activities in there.
God.
I mean, it's not technically an L, but because they're separate. But
I just got a Home Depot notification of the money that my wife has spent, and it's a lot of money.
Oh no!
What did she get?
I guess
so weird.
Pine straw. I'm presuming, pine straw blower. I didn't know it was going to be that much money, but oh well.
Time to have a powwow when you get home at the family household.
She's the financial person. She is insane. Having Google spreadsheets of.
She do taxes and stuff. She do all that for you?
I don't know. Hopefully, here is a
find out
picture of what the setup's looking like so far.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah,
I like the keys on the keyboard.
Yeah,
very bright.
Yeah, it all matches the red of that, but the lip underneath I know if you're on audio, I'm sorry. The lip underneath, that's where I'm going to put the LEDs. So it's just going to be shooting down.
Riddle me this, Preston. When you pre-bought that or bought that pre-built PC, when you buy it, can you still tweak what specs you want in it? Or is it just here's the model, that's it? You
can
change the price.
On their website, you can.
Okay,
this was just one of theirs that they were like, this is what's in it. And it just so happened to be exactly what I was buying anyways.
Because I was wondering if you can pull up a pre-built one and just tweak it a little bit before you buy it.
I was looking at one on Amazon like that.
Or you can do it
yourself. You could scroll down. You could uncheck and check certain things that you wanted on it, but it's going to change the price. The one that's listed as it is, that's the best deal. If you change one thing, it's probably going to drastically change the price.
Yeah.
It might just cut the deal out of the question, I don't know how it works.
Yeah, because I didn't even see that computer on their website. It was just hey, build your own, or we have these other presets. That was only on Amazon.
Yeah.
So
my goal right now is to acquire a PC in October. The only reason I wouldn't buy it ASAP is because I just put down money on an Airbnb I need in September, and it's so expensive. Granted, the gentleman that'll be joining me will be paying me back, but until then, I am in unbelievable credit card debt until they pay me back, so I cannot buy a PC right now.
Nice.
But yeah, ever since you guys got one, of course, I'm like more antsy than ever to pick one up. And that's all I ever hear wherever I go. It's just like PC's the talk of the game right now. You know, especially with PUBG and everything that's like taking over the world. Yeah. I'm like, I'm buying Lawbreakers on PS4. Yeah. So that's going to be fun. It will be fun. I'll have fun with it. But PC is like, seems like it's bigger than ever now.
PUBG is very intimidating to me. Because like I said, I'm still getting accustomed to the controls, and I just know I'm going to skydive in and just get slaughtered in like 5 seconds. That game looks
so much fun to me.
Yeah, it does look really cool.
I'm excited to play that eventually.
So I kind of was waiting to dive into that once I get a better handle on how to even play games in general on this thing. So.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I wish Mario Rabbids is coming out a couple weeks early because those plane rides to and from the West Coast are pretty lengthy. I mean, they're not super long, but I played so much Mario Kart that I like need a break from it. And I can do the Master Trials Part 3 in Zelda, which I'll probably do because I was telling Jacob, I think they felt extra exhausting the first time I played them because I was doing them on video. And whenever you play any game on video, it's just extra exhausting. So that's why I've been hesitant to go into it because that's like the experience I've had with it. But then I have to remember, well, if I'm not on camera, it'll probably be way more relaxing because I feel like I don't have to play a certain way or anything. So maybe I'll do that next plane ride. But I so wish Mario Rabbids is already out because that sounds like a great plane game. But that Switch, man, God bless it. Mario Kart kept me entertained for like 3 straight hours.
Are there any new games that have been put on it? I'm sure.
Splatoon, but Splatoon attracts me due to the multiplayer, and the campaign looks fine, but multiplayer is like its strong suit, I think. I know there's a couple indie games on there that are supposed to be pretty good. I'll probably check out. Of course, I so wish that Stardew Valley was already on there. It'd be incredible.
Chance to play Snake Pass.
I could play Snake Pass. That's not a bad idea, Jacob. I might pick that up. But I love that thing, dude. I have the gold wheels and gold cart in Mario Kart. Working on unlocking gold Mario. Those 200cc tracks, man. There's a couple of them that are pretty easy. Like if you really get used to the speed, you can do it. But the only one I've struggled with so far is Rainbow Road. Oh, yeah. The newest Rainbow Road. Because if you fall off once, it's over. You have to start the entire Grand Prix over. It's terrible. So that's been my biggest challenge. But that's where I'm stumped right now in 200cc. But that's all I've been doing.
Nice.
With the Switch.
Pretty cool. Gentlemen, anything else we'd like to address before we jump into this thing?
I don't think so. Anything going on in life with you guys? That's it all interesting?
Nope.
No, the PC was the most exciting thing for me.
Yeah, me too.
I think that's about it for me too.
That and yard work.
Yeah. Excellent.
Absolutely. Well, this is the ItsObviousGaming podcast, the show where my 2 best friends and I get together every single week to discuss video games. Obviously, you can find all of our content, including the video version of this podcast, over at youtube.com/ItsObviousGaming. If YouTube isn't good for you, or you'd like to take us on the go, you can find this podcast weekly on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Audio Boom, and other podcasting services. Please check the description down below for timestamps to skip throughout the podcast, links to our social media pages, our Discord channel, PlayStation community, and other means to connect with us. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and be sure to like and comment down below to get involved with the It's Obvious community. Doing so helps us out tremendously, and we would forever be in your debt. With all that out of the way, hey man, what's the news?
With the dogs
going crazy, yeah.
Celebrating us reaching this point of the podcast. Gentlemen, The Last of Us 2 is rumored to be taking place in Seattle. How do we feel about it?
Oh, I hear it rains up there.
Yeah, I'm going to find out in a couple weeks.
If it's anything like the first game, I'm sure it's part of the game takes place in Seattle.
Yeah, that was definitely a major appeal. I love the road trip aspect of the first game.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, it was cool. I like the game. Like it takes place over time, and you just kind of go to new places as the seasons change.
That was cool.
I admired that.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was probably the best part of the game, for being honest. Narrative sucked, gameplay sucked.
Yeah,
Naughty Dog's terrible.
It was the best road trip game I've played. Yeah.
I found out from my sound design teacher when I presented one of my projects for something we just did. He mentioned that one of his sound guys in one of his previous classes just got a job at Naughty Dog for audio. I was like, that is awesome.
That was cool.
He said he was doing a lot of freelance stuff outside of school because his major was sound design for a lot of video game companies that just did not pay him. He said it was terrible, but he just landed a job with Naughty Dog. And I'm pretty sure he said he has contributed to the majority of The Lost Legacy, or whatever it's called. Uncharted The Lost Legacy, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's really awesome. But I guess talking about Naughty Dog, that's why that is relevant, I guess, slightly.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'd love to work for Naughty Dog for audio. I have no idea how to ever achieve that. I definitely don't have the skill set, but that'd be really cool. Naughty Dog anything would be great.
Yeah. Be their Naughty Dog coffee runner.
I'd be the Naughty Dog mascot for.
What if they called you the Naughty Dog?
I'd be a Naughty
dressed
Dog.
up as a Naughty Dog.
I'd be a Naughty Dog for Neil Druckmann any day. You can count on that.
Oh. Okay.
Freaked out when I saw him at E3. I touched him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grabbed the man's ass and told him to have a good day.
Did you whisper in his ear, "Call me a Naughty Dog"?
I did.
You did?
I'll be a Naughty Dog. Actually growled in his ear a little bit.
Whoa.
He's like, "Hey man, I'm kind of into that. How would you like to work at Naughty Dog?"
He's like, "Whoa, man! At least buy me a drink first."
Yeah. You're hired.
That's cool. All right, cool.
Yeah. No news happened this week other than Overwatch's summer games are having their valiant return. When are they coming back, Jacob?
Tomorrow.
Really? Tomorrow?
The tomorrow's of this going up, yes.
Okay. That sounds like a fun stream if you ask me.
You think they're going to just bring back the skins that were here last year just to give you another chance to get them, or are they new skins?
They have addressed that. They are bringing them back. They're going to be... You can actually buy them this time around, because the first time you couldn't buy them because it was their first event. They didn't know what they were doing. But you can buy them. They're cheaper. They're worth 1,000 credits as opposed to 3,000, which is all the seasonal stuff. So it's the same price as the regular legendaries. But there is newer stuff as well.
So are we going to have to start over, Jacob, on PC?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wasted a lot of money on loot box on PS4.
Yeah, you did.
I had fun with it.
They should. It's the
regret it.
Battle.net account. They should link those things.
Yeah, they
at
should.
least okay, not level, whatever. Fine. They should at least link the skins.
I'm kind of excited to start over though, because I have no idea what I'm doing anyway. So
I don't even remember what level I was, and I probably was not even level 25. I don't think I even was 25.
I played competitive with you before.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay.
A few matches.
Cool. Okay, cool.
Kill, dude.
Yeah, I didn't really play that much.
Yeah, nothing's really going on, but a bunch of games coming out this month. A lot of ones I'm excited for. I can only afford maybe 2 or 3 of them.
Okay.
Just gonna talk about what are you guys definitely playing this month? Because let me list the ones that I'm personally excited about.
Okay.
Now, there's a ton more, but these are the big ones.
This month or
this month alone? Uncharted, of course.
Of course.
I don't know why I listed Madden on there. I'm not excited really to play Madden. I played Madden just recently, and it was great. I had a fun time with it.
I don't think you can say that.
It wasn't great. I didn't have any thoughts about
just
it.
Theoretically, it's
good. Probably a good game. I'm not that into football sports games. But Mario Rabbids, of course. Tacoma, I think looks pretty cool. I'm going to wait for reviews on that one, but I'm very interested.
Reviews are out.
Are they?
Yeah.
I haven't looked.
Yeah.
How are they? Are they positive?
Yeah, positive.
Cool. Decent.
Hellblade, I think Hellblade, Lawbreakers, and Mega Man Legacy Collection 2 all come out on the same day. That's pretty wild. So Lawbreakers and Hellblade are probably my second and third. I'm
waiting on Hellblade. I haven't heard anything from that game.
Me neither.
People don't even know it's coming out.
Yeah, I think it looks awesome, but again, I told you the only thing that I'm kind of I wouldn't even say worried about. The only thing that kind of puts me off is like the puzzle solving. Not that I'm opposed to puzzle solving, it just doesn't look very fun to me.
Yeah,
the combat looks cool.
Yeah,
narrative seems very interesting. Yeah. Very pretty to look at.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, all comes down to that gameplay.
Yeah, I don't know. Just it revolving around like mental illness definitely intrigues me.
Definitely,
because I haven't really been looking into this game a lot. I've seen like 2 gameplay videos. The one they released a little bit ago, that was like 15 minutes. I watched like 2 minutes of it, just that and the combat, and then I saw a little bit of exploration, like you were talking about, just kind of the puzzle solving with like weird glyphs and stuff. Or I think that's what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna wait for reviews. I'm not really sure. I know it's not full priced.
Yeah.
It's like
$30 or $40.
Yeah, $30 or $40. So I don't know. I'm definitely interested, but I'm definitely gonna wait. But Uncharted, that is probably the one game this month. If I had to get one game this month, definitely playing that.
Yeah, that's my number one for sure. Matterfall looks awesome. If I remember correctly, I saw this briefly at E3. I know there's a bunch of trailers out too, but I think it's like a side-scrolling shooter of some sort.
What's that new Housemarque game, right?
Yeah, I think that's who it is. But I remember seeing it and looking awesome. So that's on my mind. Absolver, probably not going to play it.
Yeah, Absolver is very interesting to me.
I had fun with it at E3, but not enough to where I think I'd want to pick it up.
I want to play a demo of it.
Yeah, that's basically what I played, and I had a good time. Maybe if we played with friends, it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like a
what is this
MMO type of thing, right?
Is that the one that's
it's like
you
the
don't
fighting
have a face?
game? Yeah, it's a fighting game. You can customize your fighting style and stuff. And I vanquished my colleague at Absolver. I just destroyed him.
Nice.
And he was talking smack too.
Did you have like codes or something for it?
Oh yeah, beta codes. You guys have PCs?
Does it still work?
Yeah. Do you want them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like 6 beta codes for that game.
Yeah, give me one.
Yeah, if I have any extras, I'll just put them on Discord for those of you guys who want to play it on PC.
I'll totally try it out.
Actually, I have a ton of beta codes if you guys want them for all kinds of games.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay.
Throw them my way.
They're just like in a stack on my desk. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Can I play them on PS4? Life is Strange Before the Storm I definitely want to get to ASAP because one, I hear it's surprisingly good for it being a prequel and not having Ashley Birch reprise her role as Chloe, but I have thoroughly enjoyed the first half of the first season of Life is Strange.
Have you played it?
I have not finished it yet.
Are you past where you were when you were talking about it?
I'm not, so I have to finish that before the storm, but I'm happy to hear that it's good. So
cool.
If I'm enjoying the original Life is Strange this much, I imagine I'll enjoy the prequel as well. So
I don't know if I'm ever going to finish that game.
Did it not grab you enough?
It didn't grab me, but I mean, I had fun, but there's other stuff to play now.
There is a lot. So. There's a lot. I should have been playing Life is Strange on can you play it on Vita?
No.
You can't? I was going to say, if I could play it on Vita.
Could remote play, right?
I'd play the crap out of it on my trip. But, no, I could remote play it, but all is on my mind is plane trips. And that's why I have the Switch. I guess I'll play Snake Pass in like an indie game.
I don't see it on there, but isn't Batman coming out this month?
It is. I forgot to add that in there. I'm definitely playing that.
Yeah.
Another easy platinum for me.
That's another game that I would never, ever, ever play on PC. Imagine just Batman just sitting in your computer chair, just like staring at it. Yeah, that would be awful.
I guess. Versus sitting on your couch with a controller.
Yeah.
I'm probably with you, Preston. I'm only going to pick up Uncharted Lost Legacy this month. Yeah. Maybe Tacoma, maybe. I'll have to look more at it.
Hellblade is, if its Metacritic is like 7 to 8, I'll pick it up.
Same with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the review for me. My top 3, if Hellblade's reviews are good, are Uncharted, Mario, Hellblade, and then Lawbreakers. Mario Rabbids.
Oh, is that this month?
Yep.
Oh,
into this month.
Yeah. That's why I wish it was coming out sooner.
I don't know if I'm going to pick that up initially. If I have like a trip, like you're saying, definitely will pick it up.
Yeah,
for sure.
Is it a full price $60 game?
Oh yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. That's a big no for me.
Wow.
Oh, Garrett, I picked up Splinter Cell Blacklist on Ubisoft, Ubiplay, whatever the hell it's called.
You already played on PC a bit?
Yeah, I did.
How's it feel?
Good.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just controls again. I'm like,
I assume you can still play co-op on PC.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be rad.
It's like $6.
We had a great time on 360 together.
Fun. Yeah, it was fun.
Co-op on PC does not sound fun.
The hell are you talking about, Jacob?
You mean like both of you at the same computer? Or
no. On the same computer?
Yeah, like, because you used to do that back in the day. Like, one person's on
a keyboard splitter for our mouse.
One guy's WASD, the other guy's the arrow keys.
No,
you guys never played games like that?
I mean, like Flash games, probably.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but I grew up playing games like that.
No, they're online, Jacob.
You have like no reason to go to Battle and Brew anymore.
I don't.
What the hell am I supposed to do? Go by myself?
Go there and
just
get
go by yourself.
I have 15 free hours. I got to drag someone there.
I'll go with you.
I'll go with you. I already told you I'd go with you.
Okay. You guys want to go this coming weekend?
Sure.
We should do it.
Okay.
I think.
How's Friday sound? Okay. I'm even open to like Thursday night.
Okay.
Whatever works best for you.
If I'm not working sometime this week, absolutely.
You think Lizzie would want to come?
I don't think. Is there age limit?
18.
I can ask her, but she probably wouldn't want to come.
I feel you. I understand.
Yeah, hey, come watch.
I'm just trying to be inclusive here.
Come watch me play video games.
Yeah.
Not at home.
Buy her some liquor.
Yeah. And go to jail.
Yeah. You can play some Mario Kart. You should probably enjoy some Mario Kart.
Yeah. She's not really into games.
Okay. Commend you for that, Preston. I'm going to have to find me a woman who loves video games. Yeah. Personally.
She plays Batman with me. She plays Telltale with me. It's fun. I don't mind it at all. She's very she accepts that I play games.
That's what matters for sure.
Completely fine. Not a big fan of this PC though, because any second I have OA, I run in there. She comes in there. She's like, "Oh, what are you doing? I haven't seen you all week. You want to do something?" I was like, "Yeah, I want to play games." So
nice.
Yeah.
The life of a married man.
Yeah.
Then again, that's probably pretty childish of me, so I need to... No, I'm just kidding. We spend a lot of time.
You could go to the park and feed the ducks.
We could.
You could sit around and watch Judge Judy.
All right, so What else we got
like the
going on?
worst
What do you do
thing
as a
ever.
married man? I'm trying to think of like how your life is different now.
It's really not different.
Take a walk to the mailbox and look, honey, we got mail.
Yeah.
Talk about bills.
So I have this neighbor.
Okay.
Short sidetrack.
Don't we all?
The 2 times I've communicated with him, he's a nice guy. Something isn't right though. Something's a little off. Hopefully he doesn't watch this. But the guy that used to live in this house, his name was Jerry, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, so you took Jerry's house. Like, okay. He just keeps bringing up Jerry.
I killed Jerry, Bill.
It makes me feel uncomfortable because he's like, yeah, our dog really liked Jerry. Since he's not here anymore, he's going to come over to your house and be disappointed Jerry's not here. It's always just like, yeah, me and Jerry were friends. Me and Jerry did this. He's like making me feel uncomfortable that I'm living here and Jerry isn't living here. And I don't know what happened to Jerry. Did
You
Jerry
killed
move?
him. You
Did
tell him
Jerry
he's
move?
buried in
Is
the
Jerry
backyard.
dead?
You're next if you give me one more lip about Jerry.
Well, Jerry made pins as his hobby.
What kind of pens? Like ink pens?
I guess ink pins. Well, he has this dumbass looking pin on our mailbox, and I've been meaning to go take it off because it's so dumb.
Like a pen
looking.
that you would write with?
Yeah, but it's like this pin that like he sculpted out of wood that's sitting on our mailbox. It's the dumbest looking thing.
Does it operate as like the flag on the
No,
mailbox?
it's just on top of the mailbox. It's so dumb looking.
I'm not liking this Jerry
Giant
character too
pin.
much.
So
Just
anyways,
kidding. Sounds like a nice guy.
I go down to the mailbox yesterday when we were doing all the artwork, and I'm like, I'm gonna figure out how to take this damn pin off. So I start monkeying with it, and I almost just snapped it off because it looks so dumb. I didn't even care if it messed the mailbox up. I just didn't want it there. And I felt there were screws underneath it. It's like, okay, I'll go unscrew these things. Well, I go back inside, and I'm coming back down to the mailbox, and the neighbor, I don't even know his name, is like walking towards me. I'm like, oh, God. And the first thing is like, so you're taking Jerry's pin off, are you?
What a weirdo,
I'm like
man.
holding this screwdriver.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you know, Jerry used to make pins. He made me a pin. Made me he said he made him a model airplane.
He once stuck a pin up my ass. I was actually in love with Jerry.
What's wrong with this guy?
I don't know, but it made me feel uncomfortable, so I didn't take the pin down.
It's even better that his name's Jerry.
He just walks up your driveway. He's like, hey.
His dog was like running across the street too and like barking at me. So he was like, oh, he's friendly. So he like told me that my dog and his dog should have a play date. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And he's just one of those guys where I'm like, all right, well, have a good night. And he brings up another subject and just continues the conversation.
Speaking about nights.
Then his wife comes over and I'm just like, it's turning dusk at this point. I'm like, I'm not going to get this yard work done because you're talking to me about Jerry for like 30 minutes now. So anyways.
Maybe he killed Jerry and he's just trying to create this narrative that he moved away and he's all concerned about him.
Maybe. Well, Jerry was a handyman too, because there's just several things in this house that are just added and they don't really look nice. So I'm like taking them.
Then is he a handyman or a wannabe handyman?
It's like his things he makes are handy, but like let's say we have these cabinets and they're stained this nice dark brown color. Well, he builds a wine rack that is just wood. He doesn't stain it to match the rest.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, that's cool.
He builds,
but it looks like you added. He didn't even try and like make it look like it was a part of the cabinets as it is.
Yeah, he just builds for function. He doesn't build for style.
Exactly. See, that would have
in a way I can respect that.
See, my dad does both, and things turn out really nice.
No, I have to. It would have driven me crazy. But since I'm renting the house, like I don't give a crap. I'm not going to stain this thing. If I owned it, that's another story.
Definitely.
So.
You getting caught by your neighbor ripping Jerry's pen off your mailbox like the douchebag that you are.
Yeah.
Better watch out. He's always watching you.
That pin is going away. I need to do it when he's not home or not.
Oh, you
looking.
never took it off?
No, I was uncomfortable. I'm like, he called me out on taking this pin down, so I just left. Or I tried to leave. He kept talking to me.
It's like, yeah, you little bitch, go back inside. That's Jerry's pin.
So
it's Jerry's pin.
He is a nice guy. I don't think he's a serial killer yet.
That's good. It's like the neighbor in Disturbia. He could be like that. Trying to intimidate you with his words.
I guess so.
I don't know, but it reminds me of him catching you in that act is when Zach and I ding-dong ditched the guy right next door to my house, and there's a row of flowers. I'm not even kidding. Not even a foot off the ground, these flowers lining his driveway to where we thought we could hide behind them like idiots. Ding-dong ditched the guy, and we just lay like beached whales behind the flowers that you can clearly see us, and we're laying there like giggling and stuff. And all of a sudden I hear... you boys ring my doorbell? And I like look, he's like standing right next to us.
That's
We're like,
embarrassing.
Yeah. He's like, oh. He's like, not too good at hiding, are you? We're like, oh, we're just trying to get in the Halloween. It was like, this is always the excuse. It was like February. We're like, we're trying to get in the Halloween spirit, spooking you. Oh, man.
That's cringy.
That is cringy.
It was, man. We're just laying there next to his flowers thinking we were hiding. Like, I think we kind of knew we'd be caught.
How
Maybe we were just
childish.
that bored.
Yeah.
I think I was like 15 when I did that.
Whoa.
It's pretty old.
Gotta grow up sometime.
But,
I feel like that's prime age.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Ring some
Early high
doorbell.
school.
I think someone tried to ding dong ditch us last night, but I just blatantly ignored it because I was eating cereal. It was like midnight and someone rang our doorbell. I'm like,
Damn. Do people even answer doorbells now?
I don't think so.
I never answer.
Mine
my
doesn't even
doorbell.
work.
No, you ring my doorbell, I pretend like I didn't hear it.
Yeah. I don't do it.
That's what happened. I was eating my cereal, doorbell rang. I like looked over to the door and just like went back to eating my cereal and didn't even acknowledge it, and they didn't ring it again.
It's interesting how much you care when you're like waiting for a package, though. You're like, oh god, my package is here. But other times you're just like, go away.
Yeah, that's all that my doorbell's used for. It's like, ding dong. Then I get a text, your package has been delivered. Okay, I know who that is. If you're knocking or dinging on my door, I probably don't want to talk to you or have anything to do with you anyways.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because if it's my family member, I know they're coming over and my family has a key to the house, so they just walk in anyways.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, the main topic.
The main topic. We have struggled with these for several weeks now because nothing is going on. And once you do 100 plus episodes of a podcast, you're like, what on earth do we talk about now?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure next week we'll at least have some Lawbreakers or Hellblade.
For sure. Maybe a bit of both,
something.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys may or may not stream a little bit this week on your new fancy PCs.
I would like to.
I know that's what I'm looking
I
at.
don't have a way to do it yet. So.
Is it easy to do that? I don't even know how to do it. Is there not just a button that
Can you not
push?
just do it through OBS? Like set up OBS
Use your
through
capture
Twitch?
card that you have.
Yeah, you have
It's-
that black magic,
It's
don't you?
Thunderbolt.
Ah,
Yeah, it's for Mac.
what a waste.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
We got to get
now.
capture cards to stream on
For
PC.
sure.
If it wasn't so many loopholes to jump through, I'd ask if I could just borrow that to use for occasional streams, but it sounded like hell every time you used it.
It was
so
awful.
it's not even worth
so
it.
bad. You had to download all these like sound flowers and stuff.
It's ridiculous.
I'm kind of glad that part of my life's over.
I
honestly.
bet.
So,
I don't blame you.
so yeah. But I don't know. I'll look into it. I know that NVIDIA has this feature where it says share game. Every time I start a game, it's like push Alt Z to share gameplay. So I'm like, is that streaming? I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
So-
I really want to use OBS to stream. I just don't have a way to do it right now. But I'm going to in the coming weeks, hopefully, buy a card.
I mean,
I need-
OBS has a feature where you can like use
Directly-
windowed mode and like
Yeah.
capture that.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's not ideal, though, is
I'll
it?
look into it. That's apparently the only way to stream the Destiny 2
I heard
beta
that.
is,
Yeah, why
is
don't we
that
talk
way.
about that?
What about Destiny 2 beta?
What do you want to say?
It's like a
about
big
it?
news that you can't, streamers can't use like full screen.
Apparently,
mode
it
and
isn't
stuff.
big.
There's like a
news,
lot of
though, 'cause
restrictions.
what I've seen is that there are other games that do this as well.
Yeah, I
Oh,
heard
really?
that.
Yeah, so it's
Mhm.
not even like that big of a deal.
I guess the
first I was
people
like,
that I
oh, that
follow
might
are
be a
making a big
story.
deal out of it. So
Yeah, I didn't
It's
think too
because
much
it's
of it.
Destiny, I think, and they just want to make a big deal out of that.
Yeah.
So, Garrett, what's our main topic?
Yeah, so our main topic this week is a little different. We've done some analysis, I would say, on our content recently, and I've noticed that we're essentially wasting our time with some of our Let's Plays. This isn't news to us. We're aware that not every Let's Play does well. It's mainly just because we're trying to think, we're all so busy that we need to address and talk to all of you what you guys enjoy most from us and what you'd like to see more or less of. Because currently we're in a situation where me cranking out Let's Plays, especially ones that don't do as well, just aren't always worth the time that it takes to put into them. But the ones that do well, like occasional walkthroughs that Jacob and I do, are always fun. And Super Hot VR was a blast. Well, of course, we'll always do Let's Plays like that. We're heavily considering what would it be like if, especially now that you guys will have PCs and hopefully me in the near future, in addition to the consoles we have, just streaming literally as often as possible, if not daily, all just taking turns, whatever works best for our schedules, and just really cutting back on Let's Plays and maybe putting out a Let's Play once a week, if that, depending on what the game is. When a game constitutes a Let's Play for like funny edits and stuff, I think it's always worth doing a Let's Play. But obviously streaming is like king right now of just showing off games and stuff and connecting with a community as well. Just doing it live is just so much more personal. I think it's a lot more fun too, just talking to people live. So we're really analyzing which direction we want to go in. We'll always do the podcast weekly, and a goal of ours, of course, I know we keep saying this, is to have Ask IOG every Friday. It's Obvious podcast every Monday, and during the week, if not daily, like we said, we'd love to just stream the games that are out, the popular games like PUBG or Lawbreakers, or any games that anyone's interested in us streaming and just connecting to you guys live anytime you guys are available to tune in for a stream, and just doing that as often as possible and really cutting back on the Let's Plays. That's what we've been considering, but this is when we really need your help in determining, and be honest with us, like, it will not offend us at all. What do you like from our content? What would you like to see more of? What would you like to see less of? What would you like to see us try? Obviously, streaming's huge, so we really, really want to implement more streaming. Podcasts are our strong suit. Obviously, that's how we've connected with most of you, is through the It's Obvious podcast and various streaming services, which has been amazing. So we're always going to continue that. Ask IOG is a major goal of ours, but anything that we have time for, streaming is the easiest thing to do, because when we're all at our own homes and we have free time, that's the easiest thing for us to jump in and do. And now it's more accessible than ever with you guys having PC. So that's what we're heavily considering, just major streaming during the week, 2 podcasts a week, and then the occasional Let's Play when it makes sense for certain things. But that's why it's critical for you guys, especially on YouTube. I mean, of course, we'll talk more on Discord as well, but if you're willing to take the time to comment on YouTube, let us know in the comments what you like most, what you don't like as much, what you'd like to see us try. Those are like the 3 big questions. And be critical too. Will not offend us all. Like, your Let's Plays suck, do something else. It will not bother me at all. Because if we're going to put the time into our channel, not only do we, of course, want to see it to continue to grow and to continue to connect with you guys, but we want to put out content that not only we enjoy contributing to, but you guys enjoy consuming as well. Because I feel like I've gotten to a point where it's so exhausting to do certain Let's Plays that I want to make sure you guys are actually enjoying them. And it's always great because you guys always support them, which is so appreciated. Well, even if you just pop in and give it a like and dip out, it still means the world to us. We want to genuinely put out stuff that you guys are excited to see, are genuinely interested in and checking out when we put it out there, versus just being like, oh, I'll like it to support you guys, which, again, totally appreciate it. But we genuinely want to switch things up for the better, not only for ourselves, but for you guys as well. So that's like our big question. And so I'll ask you guys, I know we've kind of already had a discussion about this, but what would you personally like to see us try or do differently? I mean, those are my ideas that we've kind of briefly discussed, but if there's anything else that I've left out or not mentioned at all, what do you guys think?
Well, I know that we are trying to put out a steady stream of content, just because that's what just you have to do as a content creator, is to have a, stream of stuff going out to let people know that, we don't have just like this dormant channel where we're only putting up like one thing a week. Mm-hmm. So that would have to be, something, if we're kind of, we're putting out less Let's Plays, we're putting out, fewer videos. But I think as a compensation for that, I think we could start to put out more higher quality videos that take a little bit more time. Like, for instance, the Spider-Man Homecoming VR thing that, incorporates maybe a skit or something into it, something that's, bigger, higher quality. That Let's Play did way better for us, viewer wise than any other one, in terms of likes, social engagement and stuff. So I would like to do more things like that. And of course, we can't put out, probably not even one of those a week. Mm-hmm. But
that'd be like once, maybe every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
if we did
just
those.
Something. I think that would also, I don't know of anybody that does things like that in just terms of Let's Plays, and it'd be like a consistent thing they do. I know like Angry Joe does reviews like that, but I don't know if anybody that really does Let's Plays. And we've been doing, funny videos like that for, holy crap, since we were kids and stuff. So it's like something that we've been doing already. So it'd be fun to, incorporate that into Let's Plays as much as we can. So, yeah, that's really all I've been.
We could really up the production value on that too if we put the time in. If we came to a consensus where everyone, we'd get on a schedule where people would expect a Let's Play like that once every 2 to 3 weeks max. Yeah. To like really put the effort in making it.
I forgot you did the Pokemon Let's Plays too.
Yeah, that kind of stuff was super fun. It was different too. So, I mean, that's the thing. If we did stuff like that, which I'd love to do, it's just far more time consuming, especially with our schedules, that it'd have to be drawn out. But I think in the long run, it'd be worth it. That's what I've really enjoyed. My favorite YouTubers are the kind of YouTubers, not that we would do this unless people wanted it, but I love analysis videos where they're like half an hour long and it takes them like weeks to produce, but it's always worth that product in the end. Not that I say we should do that, but in the same vein, creating these more in-depth skit-based Let's Plays that not only are the gameplay, but just kind of funny stuff spliced in, like whether it be Pokemon or Spider-Man. Putting more effort into each video. And not only do I think that'd be more fun and more rewarding in the long run, not just social engagements and whatnot, but just for our own creative value, just really putting more creativity and stuff. Because we've gotten to a point where Let's Plays are so easy that I feel like it's just mindless when we do it. We just like spew it out and we simply play the game. It's always fun, but it takes no effort whatsoever. I shouldn't say no effort because it's very time consuming to do all that. But whenever we're really working on it, I don't feel like I'm getting that much reward out of it creatively. So it'd be fun to get a little more creative. I agree with that. And I know those of you have expressed that have enjoyed the skit-based stuff. You'd like to see more of it. So if that's one of the biggest things, by all means, I'd love to take a crack at it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Jacob?
I got a couple ideas. Since we're going to be streaming a lot, probably some of my favorite YouTube videos to watch now are stream highlight videos. Those take a little bit of work, but that goes hand in hand with what you were just saying. Just taking like highlights or funny moments from stream, putting it in a YouTube video and just uploading that. Not like I like watching those personally because they're entertaining for one, and if you miss a stream, it's a good way to catch up on the stream too. If you like keeping up to date on that kind of stuff.
Good way to advertise too if someone's never seen a live stream and they just pop onto one of these.
It's a lot less intimidating. Than just us putting up a full stream, and it's just like, all right, here's our stream. We're loading in the match and stuff. It's just like, no, we're right to the best parts of this thing.
Right. Plus, you can just go on Twitch and watch it. You don't need to put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Another idea is like tip videos, or there's the title of the quest video, how to do it or whatever. Those videos have always been popular on YouTube. Like I can't tell you how many times I've looked up like a shrine in Zelda and gone to a YouTube video and just looked at how they did something. So like, I don't know, just maybe videos like that something that someone would be searching all the time on YouTube.
I understand
that.
Make sense. Do you want to? I feel like that would be kind of disingenuous to what we are, though. It would just be looking purely for views because we aren't a walkthrough channel. We aren't a tip-based channel. Like our content is commentary on things. So I would my only argument against that would be I don't want to give somebody the impression that we're a certain type of channel when we're not.
That's fair.
So
I'm just throwing out ideas here.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Just explaining what I see that works for people. So. Those are some ideas. Please leave comments, like Garrett said earlier, about what what you want to see from us. Because, we want to make what you guys want to see, not what we want to make necessarily. So, in
addition to like what we want to do, but also to a point that people also enjoy.
Yeah,
almost like a mutual thing. Like, what do we both enjoy that we want to do?
Yeah,
because I've been every skit we've done, I've loved doing.
Yeah, the skits are really fun,
and I think we've gotten tons of positive feedback from these things. Like you said, us putting out just Lawbreakers is coming out tomorrow. We're going to put out a 7-minute video of me and you playing a match. It gets no views.
So but it was fun.
Yeah, it's still, we have fun and stuff. But I think the community, since they've been more positive towards like, what if for Lawbreakers, me and you are wearing like red spandex suits and we're like flying around the forest or something, and like we do something dumb like that. This is completely not gonna, just whatever.
Right.
But I feel, but it's a week later. I feel like the people that are watching our stuff can, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot.
Engage.
The people that are engaged in the community would much rather have waited for a week for a much more, highly produced, more thought out video than us just playing a match. And I think, some people like that as well. But obviously, I'm just saying, I think I would much rather wait for, a better product. Quality over quantity, blah, blah, blah.
Totally. Yeah, I think the reason why we occasionally put out just quick matches like that is because I also have in the back of my mind, myself included, it depends on what I'm doing in the day, but bite-sized little nuggets like that can sometimes be my fill for the day. Like I'm on a writing somewhere, or I am waiting, like if I'm waiting in between classes, there's like a 7-minute multiplayer match, I'll watch that instead of like consuming like a big video. So sometimes those work for people.
Maybe we could have a certain type of video that we label like something quick, like a quick match or something, and have like our Let's Plays be these really big, elaborate things, and then have like a separate type of Let's Play we do that are these like, little things that maybe aren't edited as much because, you know, we're putting more time into these more elaborate things. So just to put something out, just to put these little things out, you know, you're not spending all night editing these things. You're kind of just, you know, putting them out just for something, these little bite-sized experiences, you know, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. So, I mean, it really comes down to what you guys think and what your feedback is. Us figuring out like a set schedule for these kinds of things. But one thing you can always count on, this podcast is always going to come out on Monday. And I also don't want people to mistake this conversation for us being like, we're bored with our channel. Like, we're not bored at all. We still have a ton of fun with it, but we've seen what works and what doesn't work as well. And we really want to cater to what you guys enjoy most and really sort of, in a way, revolutionize our channel. Like, we'll all still be the same, but just really put effort into the things that you guys want to see the most.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be dumb on our half to just do the same style of Let's Plays over and over and over and over again. And clearly, that's not what a majority of people, I'd say, are subscribed to us for the podcast. They like that. So we're continuing to do the podcast and we're trying to make that better. Our Let's Plays, not so much, they vary, but our more elaborate Let's Plays obviously get a lot more views. So it would be dumb of us to not continue along that road and kind of do a little bit less of what isn't working. You know, we can't just keep trying something that isn't really working and just expect one day that, oh yeah, it's going to work all of a sudden. Like, we need to, we're still a tiny channel. We still need to find a way for us to grow more and try different things to help us grow and, you know, keep the community, you know, engaged and, you know, bring more people in. So
yeah. And the thinking about the streaming too is that obviously streaming is just massive. It's like it's like the main gaming outlet these days, especially Twitch, but just live streaming in general is just the way a lot of communities have been engaging with content creators. So streaming is almost like just an extension of our content on YouTube to where, oh, they're streaming practically every night of the week. That's the goal. I mean, I don't mean like maybe not 7 days a week, but at least 5 if we're all alternating would be really easy. Just, you always know, oh, this time every day, morning, whatever we figure out, I know they're going to be there. I can go hang out with them, even if it's for 5 minutes just to say hey or something. It's just an extension of what we're creating on YouTube.
Yeah. 2 things about streaming. What was I going to say? I'm going to brain fart here. On one hand, we already have an advantage because we already have, you know, a following, although it's small, but you know, most people start with nothing when they stream. So I think we like that's
a start.
Yeah. And also
we have just the advantage of we at least know 1 or 2 people are going to watch us, whereas if we just start out on
like,
Twitch,
you know how many
people to know.
Yeah, how many people, like how many pages on Twitch where there's just 0 viewers? Like we're going to be, you know, up there. Even if we just have a few.
We were number 5 on the Doom charts the other night.
There you go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And also the way you blow up on streaming is playing a game when it comes out. And, you know, that's how most people get recognized streaming, obviously. Like, you know, just various Destiny streamers that started from nothing and now they're huge. So it's all about just being at the right place at the right time.
That was awful for me with Prey.
With Prey?
Yes. When I played it the day it came out, I had no fun at all. I was just like fixated on the stream and I'm like trying to pay attention to this new game I bought. And like an hour I was like, all right, that was cool. And then I completely started over and just played it again.
Yeah, single player games you got to kind of take slower, I guess, because you have to both interact with chat and kind of pay attention if you want to get the most out of it, which can be tough.
And that's just due to also, I never stream, so I'm not, you know, completely accustomed to it. It's a completely different story if me and you were playing Mario Kart or something. Like that's, you know, a whole nother thing. So
see, like scary games kind of work because, you know, you're scared and also the chat's scared. So it's like, oh, it's this cool little experience. But, you know, it's not like a scary game's not something you're going to get big over because you just play once and you're done.
That's another advantage of streaming is that walkthroughs are so much simpler. I mean, granted, our horror game Let's Plays, I think, are hilarious. I have so much fun editing those. But
I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
That's all right. But in a lot of ways, live streaming a walkthrough works well too, because not only are you engaging actively with the chat while you're all experiencing it together, but it's so easy to pick up and go again instead of having to, like, you know, what we do, like set up all the gear to shoot a Let's Play and then have to shoot it and then have to edit. It's just a very long process.
And maybe something like that is something you don't really edit because, you know, you want to kind of be there for the whole experience of a scary game.
And of course, like if you think about it, too, let's pretend like we streamed all of Outlast. You stream a segment, and those that were not able to attend the live stream, you just edit that chunk, throw it on YouTube, or leave it on Twitch. People can go to Twitch and check it out afterwards. Yeah.
But and you just continue the next day.
Yeah, so it really just depends, like we said, all about your guys' feedback. We realize our strong suits are the podcast. The skit stuff seems to do well. We want to continue Ask IOG, get that weekly. Stream as often as possible. You guys have PCs. That'll be super easy. Alternate. I'll be like the dud. I'll be like the PS4 guy at least once a week streaming something on PS4 till I get a PC. I mean, of course, there's fun stuff on PS4, but PC is like where you can really make it legit and look professional and stuff. But we will figure all that out. And those are our ideas. And do not be afraid, like I said, to be critical at all. It will not offend us in the slightest. I don't care if you say our Let's Plays are the stupidest, worst things you've ever seen. That's totally fine. Please be honest with us because we really want your help with this.
Indeed.
I'm trying to think if I'm leaving anything out. Yeah, if you try to keep all the feedback on YouTube, because obviously we want to get as much traction on YouTube as possible. But of course, Discord, we will always continue these conversations. That's the beauty of Discord. That's why we have it.
Yes. But
if you're willing to leave YouTube comments regarding this discussion, and then we can also continue it into Discord, especially after this week going forward. But yeah, anything you guys have to say critically and what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see more of, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Yes.
But I think that's all we have to say about that subject, unless Mr. Preston here has anything to add before we move on. No?
Nah.
How'd it go in there, GP?
If you must know, yeah.
Nice.
I did.
Did you enjoy it?
As much as I could, yeah.
Oh, great. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
That brings us to community questions. Thank you to each and every one of you who took time out of your days to send us questions this week. We had a lot of fun ones. A lot of ones on our backlog, too, for the continuation of Ask IOG. If you want to reach us for your questions to be read on the show, you can reach us in one of three places. You can email us at ItsObviousGaming@gmail.com. You can tweet at us at obvious_gaming. And if you contact us in either of those places and want your questions read on either this show or Ask IOG, always include the hashtag AskIOG.
You can also write your question in your backyard, and we will check Google Maps and see if we can find it.
That's a more tedious way to do it, but that is an option as well.
Yes.
And you can also reach us on our Discord channel, and that link to our Discord channel, if you'd like to join it and stay in touch with all of the OGs of the OG community on Discord, we encourage you guys to do so. You can find the link to our Discord in any of the descriptions of any of our YouTube videos. It's there. And yeah, if you submit a question to the Ask IOG section on our Discord channel, you don't have to worry about the hashtag there, because it obviously is labeled Ask IOG. We know what it's for. But yeah, those are the three places. Of course, you can send us questions on Facebook and YouTube and PlayStation if you want to, but those are the top three that are the most accessible and easiest for us to access for questions. But that brings us to the first one of the day, gentlemen. It comes from Sam Harris. He says, food for thought. Are these classic edition consoles Nintendo's answer to the Switch's lack of a virtual console? I thought that was a pretty good question.
Yeah, I think I said something like this a little bit before E3 when we were discussing if the virtual console would be there. And I said, do they really need to right now? Because they're selling these things and people are clamoring for them.
Right.
There is going to be a virtual console at some point on the Switch. Absolutely. But I definitely think they're holding off on them for these retro consoles.
You think these are purely, one, to buy for a chunk of change because people want them so badly, but also to buy them a little extra time for virtual console? Or do you think it's just simply, people would love this?
I'm sure they're still working on it.
Could be.
I think it's a little bit of both. But even if there was virtual console, these things would still be selling out like crazy.
Yeah.
So
SNES is not available for pre-order just yet. Yeah. See, I'm like horrified because, of course, Best Buy will notify me, but I'm like convinced I won't get one.
I have a feeling you will.
You have a feeling I will? I hope I do. I'd love one.
Yeah.
Even if I play it once a year.
I'm not going to play it ever
again.
I just want it.
I want it too. I hope I get it.
I'm going to keep it nice and wrapped in its box.
That's something I won't do. I will enjoy my Nintendo hardware.
So weird.
I'll just wait for a... is it weird?
Yes.
A lot of people...
Why you just want to keep it in a box? You're going to sell it?
Maybe.
Okay, well, that makes sense. If you're just going to keep it and sell it one day.
Maybe. I don't know. I just like looking at it, Jacob.
I don't know. Like, a box is a box.
But there's stuff in the box. Or could there be? I guess I never know.
If you never open
What's
it,
in the box?
Did you ever get the SNES Classic if you never open it? Who knows if you have it?
You could be lying to yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. I'm still not opening it.
Yeah, whatever you say, man. King Anubis says, have you guys thought about contacting Twitch to partner up with them to live stream your podcasts? Also, Andreas123 asks a very similar question. Have you guys considered live streaming your podcasts?
I mean, we've considered it.
We've literally talked about it for, I think, 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I think I offhandedly said once.
One guy asked about partnering with Twitch. It's not that easy.
Oh, I imagine.
We just have to ask him nicely, send him a nice...
Please,
may we please partner with
Can we please have a sub button?
Maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe. We have to have more viewers, obviously. I don't know all the details to it, but
okay,
it's more than just showing up.
No, I believe it. Yeah, just live streaming the podcast in general. We've thought about if we ever hit a point in growth to where we could afford to do It's Obvious Gaming, for the most part, full time.
Yeah, I don't think it makes sense right now. But
if we ever hit a point where a Patreon made sense and we were doing this full time, then absolutely we'd figure out a way to do that. Because I imagine that's not difficult to do that. But
what would be the point of us live streaming it?
I think just an active chat and stuff would be fun. Yeah, but
we wouldn't be reading it.
That's true. I mean, towards the end, that'd be where we could grab questions from live and stuff. And I think some people just enjoy watching stuff live. Now, it's not always obviously the most views and listens and plays you're going to get or post live stream, but just for the sake of people tuning in, I think it'd be enjoyable. But I personally never tune into live podcasts, and a ton of people do that. I don't tune in. I just always wait. Yeah. But I
mean, it'd be something to consider, especially if we had like a Patreon. Right. That would be one of the perks, obviously. But I think for now, we don't. We're switching between Saturdays and Sundays. So the time would be switching around and stuff. I don't know. I just don't really think there's a big reason for us to do it as of now.
Yeah, right now I don't think so either. But that's definitely something we've considered and could potentially happen down the road depending on the success of this channel. Frosty Shake says, what do you guys think about the recent slew? Now, this question I'm sure was tweaked a bit because Frosty and a couple other people had a discussion on Discord, so he knows what he's talking about. But he says, what do you guys think about the recent slew of $30 AAA titles? Is it something you'd like to see more of? I think it's a great way for developers to be able to take more risks instead of making sequel after sequel. And obviously, I think he means Hellblade and Lawbreakers, although they aren't necessarily AAA titles. They have AAA quality for $30 because they aren't being published by anyone specific, if I'm not mistaken. I know Ninja Theory is skipping out on a publisher, and so is Bosky, if I'm not mistaken. They're just going straight to the consumer. Yeah. So that's why they're less expensive. I think that's one of the main reasons. But of course, I love that. I mean, if the game's good, then definitely. I mean, that's awesome that Lawbreakers, especially considering it's only a multiplayer experience. Yeah. I think that's awesome for $30. I mean, that's definitely why I want to pick it up. One,
I love how he calls out Overwatch too when they were talking about the price.
Overwatch was $40, I think,
at launch. Was it really
on PC? Console, you could only buy the $60 version.
Yeah. I will say Cliff Bleszinski is a master of getting me excited about his games. He could sell me the worst game ever made, and if he's talking about it in a way that he sounds passionate, I'm probably going to buy it. Like, that's why I'm so excited to play Lawbreakers, is the way he talks about it. And he's always been the kind of guy to really wear his beliefs and his thoughts and his creativity on his sleeve in a way. Like, he's very passionate about what he does, and he's very open about things he believes in his games and everything. So I think that's why I'm so excited about Lawbreakers. And just due to my I mean, we're all busy, but my busy schedule, it's easiest for me to jump into a shooter for like half an hour and jump back out. So that's why it's so attractive to me. And of course, Hellblade, skipping out on a publisher again. And they also say it's a very short game. Yeah. But it looks, like you said, quality over quantity in a way. Hopefully it is the case with that one. Yeah. But
I just can't see them making a bad game.
Who?
Ninja Theory.
Yeah, I know.
It's good games.
Yeah.
I know DMC got a lot of crap, but it was still a good game.
That's the thing. If Hellblade is a short and sweet but awesome experience, I think that sounds great. Yeah. So I mean, a game that's great does not have to be 20 hours for me to enjoy it.
I completely agree. Especially now with so much crap to play. I would love to just jump in for a 5 or 6 hour, like, really solid game.
Absolutely. Do you think it'll have a platinum?
I hope so.
That'd be rad.
Yeah.
I could see it just being like a wonderful platinum. Yeah. I could feel that.
Sure.
We'll see. But I love that idea when it works, for sure. Yeah. G4 King Rob
says. Did we answer that question?
We did, yeah.
We did? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'd love to see more of it.
Sure. I like cheaper stuff.
You feel the same, Jacob?
Cool. Garrett.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would definitely, I think if I get Lawbreakers, I get it on PlayStation.
You will?
Yeah.
Not PC?
No.
Why not?
Because the only time I'd really ever play it is with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
You love me, don't you? You love me more than your wife.
Yeah.
Thought so.
I knew it.
Till death do we part. G4 King Rob says, how do you feel about the argument with remote play on the PS Vita? PlayStation has had the Switch for 6 years already. Only difference is internet required to play remote play. With Wi-Fi at work and a lot of downtime, I've played a ton of PS4 games exclusively through remote play on my Vita. Games like Witcher 3, Uncharted, Persona, Infamous, Crash Bandicoot, etc. And they run incredibly well on the Vita.
You only played Witcher on the Vita?
He said most of it, I believe.
Okay.
Being PlayStation fans, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this one.
Okay. The remote play is cool. It is cool. The thing that significantly
outperforms the Vita.
No. What's the word I'm looking for? That
outshines.
Hampers.
The sticks.
Thank you, Jacob. Is no triggers. There's only the L1 and R. There's no triggers. You have to use the dumb touchpad in the bag. It's awful. Yep. It's so bad. I hate it so much. Especially if there's not like a Vita mode that like makes it decent for you. It's freaking awful. It's cool, but you can't take it on the go with you.
You're right. That's the only thing holding it back. The only thing. Those two things holding it back, especially because I played. He's right about them running well because I played.
What do you mean you can't take it on the go with you?
I can't take my Vita in an airplane and play The Witcher.
You can take it on the go with you, though.
Yeah, but I have to be with Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to play a PS4 game, yeah.
I can't ride in the car and play it.
Right.
And that's what is, that's what I want. If I'm
I just didn't want there to be any confusion.
It's
like, yo, you can't take it on the go. Like, yeah, you can.
Well, I mean, yeah, but we're talking about like remote play.
I'm just trying to make...
No, I know, but I mean, the question refers to remote play.
I shouldn't say triple
not just the Vita itself.
Yeah, the big games that are only on PS4 that can only be remote played on the Vita, like Witcher and Fallout and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I agree with him. I've played Fallout on remote play before and it ran incredibly well. I was like genuinely surprised. I was like, holy crap. I mean, I'm playing over a Wi-Fi and it's running this well. And again, like you said, it's frustrating with the trigger situation. But of course...
I think that's one of the few games that actually has a Vita mode, though.
Oh, does it? I don't remember what it was like. I just remember it running well.
Because they worked with the same Destiny guy to make that playable in Vita mode. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Nintendo, or the Switch in itself, hardware-wise, is far more convenient than the Vita when it comes to playing certain games like that. And again, the Vita doesn't have any games like, I mean, it's going to have Skyrim, but it doesn't have like Witcher or Fallout or anything. But I'm sure playing that on the Vita would be spectacular on the go if it could work.
Yeah. The screen's too small for games like that.
It is. I mean, it's bigger than the Vita screen.
Oh, the Switch? Oh, I thought you were talking about Vita. My bad. Got things messed up.
Yeah.
What's better than Vita remote play is remote play from laptop. I actually used that quite a bit.
Didn't you plug in a controller as well?
Yeah, you plug in a controller and you're playing it on a 15-inch screen.
That's super cool.
I platinumed a few games, like kind of near the grindy stuff. I'd go downstairs with my parents and I just put it on my lap and just grind and watch TV and talk with them and stuff, and it worked incredibly well.
Nice.
Bigger screen and you hold the DualShock 4, so I actually like that more than Vita remote play. So.
My poor Vita, man. Ever since Switch came out,
and they don't even talk
know where it is.
I know where
in this house.
I know where mine is. They just don't really talk about it that much. Like, yeah. When's the last time you even heard somebody talk about remote play?
It's dead.
It's been a while today.
And games are still coming out for it.
It's dead.
First party wise, it's dead.
It's a shame.
It still has a pulse though.
It does.
Yeah.
Very slowly dying on this. It's like a frog that's been squashed by a car, but it's still alive and it's just laying there waiting to die.
It's waiting for that final killer punch. It's gone.
Yeah, it's a shame because the Vita is cool. Severed, great game, great Vita game.
You told me that. I've heard many people say that.
Yep.
Has it been the Switch 6 years before?
No.
In a way, yes.
Yeah, I guess.
In a way.
When Switch also has a local.
When you have strong Wi-Fi
connection.
Sure, yeah.
Like me and Garrett just played at Zach's house.
That was so... I had no idea.
Yeah, he had no idea you could just connect our Switches together for local play.
How did you not know that?
I just didn't think about it.
And you didn't know it either until we did it. Jacob brought his Switch and he was like, "What's your Wi-Fi?" And
I was like, "What's this local play do?"
Yeah.
I was like, "That's incredible."
Yeah, we did it when we were in between streams for E3. We did that.
Man, that was so much fun.
Yeah, that's how you can just like get in the car or if we're on the same airplane, we can do it with each other.
That's why I wish we were taking trips together. How much fun that would be.
Yeah,
man,
it'd be pretty cool.
What a shame.
Sorry, I'm busy.
Yeah, you should fix that, Jacob. G4 King Rob says again, now that you guys are breaking into the world of PC gaming.
So it's breaking up.
Yeah, now you guys are breaking up and quitting the channel. Have any of you thought about taking a stab at Star Citizen? It's literally the reason I bought a PC.
Star Citizen is cool.
Next one comes from Rowan.
Is it even out yet? I know it's been like in whatever alpha, beta, or whatever for like I swear 30 years now.
I don't know.
Yeah, everything I've seen of it looks cool, but I honestly keep forgetting that game exists.
I do too.
I think I'm just gonna play The Sims when I get a PC. I'm just live stream The Sims all the time.
Good choice.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That's what Casey plays. Whenever she plays games now, it's just The Sims. She's created all of us in this utopia, imaginary world she's built.
Yeah, I've seen. She made me.
She did. You're married to some
She made me too.
foreign girl. Very exotic woman. She does like art stuff.
Whoa.
I can't remember what you do in the game.
Sounds
I think
hot.
you're like a bum or something.
A bum?
And my character and your character like nonchalantly hook up from time to time behind your house. I'm
That's
like,
what we
Casey,
do in
why are
real
we
life.
doing that? She's like, I don't know. They just like each other. I'm like, oh, well, we would never do that for real.
Oh, that's definitely what we do. IRL.
All right. So, I mean, it's weird how our reality matches that virtual world.
Yeah, it's weird how things work out like that.
Okay.
Rowan says, pick 2 protagonists and put them in each other's games. Who do you think fares
Put them in each other.
Yeah. Who do you think fares better out of the 2 you picked?
Hang on, say that again?
So take 2 protagonists from 2 different games and swap their worlds.
Okay.
Like move each character to each other's worlds. Who do you think would fare better and why?
How would The Witcher do in Breath of the Wild?
I was just
You think
thinking
he'd do
about
good?
that.
He would slaughter everyone.
You think he would?
He'd be unstoppable.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have the Master Sword, but what the F does he need that for when he has Witcher powers?
I don't know.
Garrett would be
You think
out
a
of control.
silver sword could take down Ganon?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't know the lore
I don't know.
well
Think
enough in Zelda.
about Ganon. You fought Ganon, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I mean, I fought him for like 5 seconds.
You know how big he is. Could you see the Witcher or Geralt down there taking him on?
I mean, if Link can do it.
Yeah, Link's really
Link's a
tiny.
little elf forest boy.
Take it back.
He's a little elf boy.
He plays with fairies.
He's a Hylian, Garrett.
Hylian.
Hylian. You sound like my uncle when I was a kid making
elf
fun of
boy
me.
with his fairies in the forest,
That'd be interesting.
playing his blue flute.
I'm sure he would fare well. How do you think Link would do in the Witcher universe?
It'd be over.
I don't think so. I think he'd be fine.
What's a better key, the Keyblade or the Sheikah Slate?
What the hell?
I'm more of a Keyblade man myself.
How do you feel about the Sheikah Slate?
Like as a
Preston?
The Sheikah Slate's like a magical
Just
item.
for unlocking
The
things.
Sheikah Slate can do more things than the Keyblade.
Yeah. So is it better than the Keyblade?
It has magical
The
abilities.
Keyblade you can kill
The
stuff
Sheikah
with.
Slate's a more useful tool.
Yeah.
More well-rounded tool.
And you can create
The
bombs with
Sheikah,
it.
yeah. Bombs,
Yeah.
stasis, you can do a lot of crap. That's way
But if you
better.
miss with your bomb, you gotta wait for a cooldown.
Yeah, but you can stasis the guy you're fighting, just run away.
That's a good point.
So
What do you hit him with if you just have a Sheikah
better
Slate,
than
though?
the Keyblade. You just have to run.
You wait for your bomb to come back
you
up.
can fast travel out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely better. For sure.
It's a good argument.
What if
You go.
you go?
Okay. Doomslayer and Ratchet and Clank switched.
Oh god. Goodbye, Ratchet.
I don't. He has some really odd. Think he has the Sheepinator. He can turn everything into a goat or a lamb.
That's
right. What if a cyber
I think they could both thrive in each
I mean,
other's
think about
worlds.
Ratchet's weapons. He has a lot at his disposal.
How funny would that be with the Doomslayer just
Slaughtering everything.
blood everywhere in that cartoony universe?
That would be
Yeah.
that would be a great mod.
It'd be
to
like
see.
the
I'd love to
Happy
see that
Tree
mod.
Friends.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. That was a good one. What about stop looking there. Take
Well, okay. Here's a fun one.
okay.
Switch the Dragonborn with your Fallout protagonist.
Okay. I think
Fallout protagonist would fare much better, probably.
yeah. What if he runs out of ammo though? Then he's not accustomed to the weaponry of the time.
I mean, you can use melee weapons in Fallout. I mean, of course, you're not a swordsman.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can't shout or anything.
Plus, you'd have the knowledge of the future.
People would think you were like some type of witch and
Yeah,
wanted
exactly.
to burn you at the stake if you came in with like a pit boy.
Mm-hmm.
Be freaking them out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like also the Skyrim guy wouldn't fare too well either. People are like shooting him across.
Yeah, he'd be done.
Yeah.
He'd be over. He wouldn't even know what that is. He'd let them shoot him just out of curiosity, probably.
Yeah, that's a good point. Mario switches with Master Chief.
How about Mario and Nathan Drake? They're both a little acrobatic.
Sure. That sounds good.
Don't bring Master Chief into this. He deserves better.
I think Nathan Drake would fare pretty well in the Mushroom Kingdom.
I think he's acrobatic enough. I think he'd do just fine.
Yeah.
I think Mario would be all right too. Now, Mario doesn't typically climb on a whole lot of walls. He bounces on things.
Mario would have to
a
learn
lot of
how to shoot a
gunfights.
gun. Yeah.
Mario would get effed up,
Yeah,
man.
he would.
Yeah, I think Nathan Drake would fare better in that one.
Absolutely.
How about Master Chief? And bring Master Chief back into this
Okay.
with Marcus Phoenix, switching them.
I think both of them would fare pretty well.
Oh, yeah, Marcus Phoenix chainsawing a Covenant alien in half.
I think Master Chief would fare better. And he would actually, I think it would be walk in the park for him.
Oh, no doubt.
Over in a Gears verse.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty equal for Marcus Phoenix with the Covenant.
Dude, is Gears 4 on PC?
I think it is.
Is it?
You should play it on there.
I'll play it on there. I don't know if it is, though. I swear I would have seen it by now.
Something tells me it's on Windows 10 PC as well. I'm pretty sure it is.
Is Windows 10 its own client? I have to go on there to do this?
Maybe.
It's through Xbox, I believe. There's like an Xbox app.
It's a pretty fun game. I recommend it, especially as a fan of Gears.
I haven't looked into it.
I'm really proud of myself for playing through that because it's not often I go back to Xbox, but Gears brought me back and I played all the way through it and I enjoyed myself.
Good for you.
Dude, it is.
Yeah.
What about, what was I thinking of?
Still $60.
What about Doomfist versus Scorpion from Mortal Kombat?
I mean versus.
Well, who fares better in each other's world is what I mean.
Doomfist would do pretty well in a Mortal Kombat.
So I feel like Scorpion's all like Roadhog.
I mean, Doomfist in a lot of ways is inspired by fighter characters like Street Fighter and stuff. Sure. So I think he'd do well in a fighting game. Definitely, for sure. I mean, he could F up some people in some fatalities, that's for sure. Explode someone's entire body.
Yeah, Scorpion probably wouldn't fare well in Overwatch because he has no gun. So
he has no weapon, but he has his chain.
Yeah, but
do you still
Roadhog.
He's kind of like Roadhog in a way.
Do you still have Gears 4? You got rid of it?
I think I may have traded it. I can double check, but I may have traded it.
Because if you do, then I just put that in my Xbox, and I can apparently just download it for free on PC.
All right, well, if I have it, you can take it home with you.
Thanks. I would totally play through that on my computer.
That'd be
There's
awesome.
a Kotaku article about how to get Gears 4 for free on PC.
Really?
Yeah, so I need to read into that more.
Yeah,
apparently, if it's on your Xbox account,
yeah, Epic Games, dude, or the Coalition.
Whoa. I don't want to spend $60 on this old game.
Hey, man, it's not that old. I don't even think it's a year old yet.
Is it really?
I think it'll be
old
a year
in video game times.
That's true.
I'll rig the system. I don't care. I have no shame. Are we all done with that question?
Let's think of one more. I think we got one more in us. Lara Croft. That's too similar to Nathan Drake. No, I don't want to do that one. The Lara Croft of anything is too similar to Nathan Drake, I think.
We'll do...
How about your Bloodborne protagonist?
Okay.
I won't say Dark Souls. They're like the exact same thing in a way. Bloodborne with... What's another really tough game that's similar to that? It's totally
Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah. How about that? The same?
No, he's done for. He's not fast enough.
And the Bloodborne character?
Yeah, I think the Ninja Gaiden guy would fare pretty well.
He's got that speed advantage.
He's so fast. Zipping around everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's got like the dragon blade or whatever.
How about BJ Blazkowicz with...
Govich.
Who?
Govich.
Who's that?
BJ Blazkowicz.
Oh.
What?
Say it right.
Him swapped with someone.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
A Call of Duty protagonist.
Yeah.
Let's move
Soap.
on.
Okay.
Soap.
Yeah, he'll do. They both do good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
Thanks for that one, Rowan.
Yep. Great question.
That could have been our main topic.
It could have.
No. No.
No.
I think that'll do it.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Garrett, that was episode 113 of the ItsObviousGaming podcast.
You going to leave Jacob out of the outro?
Yes.
Yeah, screw you,
I'm
Jacob.
fine with
So
that.
my two best friends and I get together every single week to discuss video games. Obviously. Thank you for joining us. We very much appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to us on iTunes. Leave us a nice review. Jacob, have we had any new reviews?
Oh, that's such a good question. I don't know the answer
You're
yet.
checking that out. If you haven't done that already, that would help us out tremendously. If we want to get on that new and noteworthy thing that I don't even know if we can get on anymore.
Right.
But we still are going to try, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're listening to us on anything and it has a rating system, just take the 5 seconds out of your day and like it for us. If you enjoyed our podcast, definitely do that. And if you didn't enjoy it, leave a positive review anyway. But and also in the comments in our Discord channel, please, in relation to our main topic, leave anything that you would like to see us do, blah, blah, blah. You know, exactly like what we were talking about in the main topic. Garrett, is there anything that you would like to add while Jacob's looking this up?
Yes. Again, if you're willing to leave as much as your feedback regarding the future of our content in the comment section of this specific YouTube video, that'd be awesome. You can send us emails as well if you never come to YouTube or Discord, but I'm going to specifically create a temporary channel on our Discord for just new ideas or just ideas in general, just as an extension from YouTube. But just to start out, if you guys are willing to spend as much time on YouTube as possible, just so we can kind of gain that traction as far as pushing this episode, that'd be great. But I'll also add that channel on Discord so it's all kind of contained in one section. Nothing gets really lost, and we can find everything in one place. But yeah, as always, we greatly appreciate you guys hanging out with us wherever you are in the world. On any platform, we greatly appreciate it.
Well, Jacob?
We have one new review.
Really?
5-star.
Oh, yeah.
It's a miracle.
It's our 41st review.
Nice.
Lucky 41. And it is by Caleb Schoen? I don't know how to say his
Let me
last
see.
name.
Oh, yeah, this gentleman. He's the one who bought the
Yeah, he said he
PS4.
was-
Oh, yeah, dude.
He said he was going to leave a review for us.
Thank you so much. Where are our checks from Sony
for selling
these
PS4s?
PlayStations?
All
that
the Taco
sold?
Bell we've convinced people to eat.
Seriously. Absolutely. We need
Imagine
to check
two sponsors,
Sony.
PlayStation and Taco Bell. That's the dream.
Yeah.
Now everyone's going to start buying PCs.
A lot of people already have
Yeah,
PCs.
the PC guys.
It's in a lot of ways, our community influenced us to buy PCs.
Yeah,
Them and, of course, the
absolutely.
rest of the gaming community. But, a lot of our community, for the most part, have influenced me to want to pick one up, including you guys. So.
Do
For
it.
sure.
Oh, I will.
Do it.
trust
You
me.
won't.
The goal's October, latest November for me.
We'll see.
Okay. I want this Gears 4 now. That's what I want to do.
I
Is
feel
it a
you.
long game?
No, it's not.
Okay.
You can blow through it in probably like 6 hours. Maybe a little longer, depending on how you play.
I want to do this, Garrett.
Enjoy your gears. Your
If I get
rotating
it.
gears.
If Garrett sold it, he's betrayed me.
I think I might have.
Why
You can
would-
take Ultimate Edition home with you.
I already have that.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
Thanks for nothing.
It's the thought that counts.
Sure. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I look forward to talking to you guys next week.
Likewise.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
See ya.